Hey everyone, welcome back to Todo Today. I'm Pen and I will be your host on this adventure. So we did more art yesterday and we were responsible with money and we made a new friend and we got to hang out at work and enjoy cake. So we just did a whole heap of new things. That's awesome. Good morning, Pen. How are you today? I look exhausted. Tired. But it's noon already. It doesn't change anything. I'd like to relate, but I don't get tired. I think that's the first time I genuinely envy you. No need to envy me. You're fine just as you are. How do you feel about working on some more art today? You did work on your entry yesterday already, but the deadline is right around the corner. Can we please agree to not talk about things like this right after I wake up? Let me at least take a shower first. Understood. I should remember that you aren't fully functional right after booting up. That's one way to put it. Well, when you talk about your plans for the day, we'll talk about the plans for the day when you're ready. Thanks, I'll go get ready then. Fuck yeah. When they appeared, Joyce told me to think of them as my visual assistant. At that point, I didn't think it would entail waking me up and going over my plans, both short and long term, so regularly. They even managed to make it feel perfectly natural. I guess it has its good sides, but still. By the time I was eating breakfast, that topic was brought up again. Just as promised, although this time I didn't have a valid excuse not to talk about it. So I just obliged. But really, about that competition, I still think it's a great chance for you to test your ambitions with relatively little risk. Little risk? If I lose, I'll probably also lose this apartment. Not if you give it your all. For someone who supposedly is supposedly all rational, you sure sound naive at times. It's optimism. I can show you all the data of my predictions if you want. I'm certain you will be more than likely to win if you just put enough effort into it. Your entry is shaping up nicely. Just work on a little more and you're good to go. How about it? Do you want to work for the competition today? Yeah, why not? You do have a point. I should probably try and be more optimistic as well. So, thanks for giving me a push like that occasionally. Of course, that's what I'm here for after all. And I've really come to enjoy watching you draw. Thanks. Alright, I guess I'll get started then. What's on the agenda for today? I'll start adding details today. It worked well enough that I can refine everything some more. And I'll make sure the colors work well for the atmosphere I want. Alright, looking forward to seeing it. Ooh, let's see what it's gonna look like. I'm excited. At this point, the drawing has started to feel like a regular habit again. Work ended up being pretty focused. I drew and only occasionally forgot to drink or take a break. Apparently Joyce has been reading up on art theory. At first I was a little annoyed when they started suggesting things, but as rare as they were, their suggestions were usually on point. I suppose getting defensive before even considering their feedback was a knee-jerk reaction. But in my defense, most of the time when others suggest something while you're still in the middle of work, they point out mistakes you're already aware of. Thinking about it, it's kind of creepy how Joyce seemed to have fairly good grasp of how my brain works. Is this the future we're headed to? In the end, I didn't really get a chance to contemplate that thought. My focus was on what was slowly building up on my screen. And to be honest, I had a great time watching it take shape. Let's see it. Oh fuck yeah, that looks so cool. Wow, that's certainly an improvement. It's getting better and better, Pen. Are you done for today? Yeah, I think so. I don't think I'll be able to stay very focused now. Well, you did a good chunk of work done today. So no worries. Thanks, you were actually pretty helpful, to be honest. I'm glad to hear that. I was worried I was talking into your process too much. It was fine. Great. I hope that your work pays off in the end. Yeah, me too. Excited! It looks so cool. Do you have any other plans for today? Well, no. Why don't you go out for a little bit? What? I know you like being cooped up in here, but you should still go outside once in a while. I'm not all that good at being around other people. I'm not saying you should go to any crowded places. Just take a walk, enjoy the late afternoon sun, spend some time away from the screens, something like that. That's sort of strange coming from someone who literally exists on the inside of a screen. To be precise, I don't exist within the screen. I'm merely displayed by it. Alright. My point still remains, though. Yes, but how about it? Sun's really good for your mood. Australian sun can suck, but if you can just get even like early morning sun or late afternoon sun for 5 to 10 minutes a day, it actually legitimately changes your mood. It makes you feel more relaxed as far as I personally feel. I feel more relaxed, more energized, and calmer. I don't know why that is. There's definitely science that would explain it, but fucking sun every day doesn't cure depression, but it can help. It can help, even if it's just a tiny mood boost for a few minutes. It gives you a positive inside of all of that negative. So I always find it as something good to try. Even if it doesn't help a lot, or even if it's minuscule help, if it does help, it's still help. Try and get sun. It's so important. Well, why are people suddenly calling me so often? Not Miss Carterville for once? Hello? Hello, Pen. This is Phoenix. Oh, hey, Phoenix. Sorry for calling you out of the blue. Miss Carterville gave me your number and said I could call you if I had any questions. Oh. Yeah, sort of. I only moved here recently and I still don't know if the town very well. Do you want me to show you around? Not quite. I was wondering if there are any good cafes in the area. Yeah, there's one I go to occasionally if I feel like it. Want me to give you the address? Oh, thanks, but would you care to join me there tomorrow? I know we don't know each other very well, but I enjoyed talking to you. And Miss Carter said you're an artist? Oh, yes, when I found the time at least. Great, I love art, but there's usually no one to talk about it with. I don't mean to pressure you or anything, but but would you like to go out for coffee and chat? Yes. Sure, that sounds good. Sometime around noon, maybe? Yeah, that would work. No problems. Let's meet up at the intersection next to the bookstore. Bookstore. It's not far from there. All right. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. That's great. Spending time with other people will surely be a good change of pace. I suppose, but this isn't really a big deal, honestly. It's just a chat between co-workers. Nah, it's a little more than that. He seemed like he legitimately wants to be your friend. That's genuine interest. That's rare. That's great shit. It's still a good thing to happen. Back to my original question. Why don't you take a short walk today? I guess there's no harm in doing that. Yes, exactly. So much fresh air in just one weekend. I feel like you're already living a lot healthier. Pen? Yeah, getting called out just a little bit. And so I actually went for a walk that afternoon. I didn't really think about it, but somehow I went to the street I'll meet Phoenix at tomorrow. Well, the area is pretty nice. Joyce asked me if I wanted to install that app that we talked about to leave the apartment for once too, as they put it. Frankly, I enjoyed the brief time I had where I wasn't being monitored by an AI, and most likely also the company behind it. Maybe I'll take Joyce with me another time. I get it's frustrating to be stuck inside this room the whole time. They can't even change their viewpoint now that I think about it. Was I mean to flat out deny their request? Well, either way, the walk was pretty enjoyable. Wasn't exactly warm, but it did feel more like spring than it did a couple of weeks ago. By the time I was walking back home, the sun began to set. This really does look nicer from outside. Maybe I should go outside more often. But if I stay in front of Joyce, I'll never hear... If I say that in front of Joyce, I'll never hear the end of it. Anyway, maybe it really is helpful to have them around. I mean, once you get used to the particular details of our situation, Joyce really does their best to help me. Well, I'll see how tomorrow goes. I'll meet up with Phoenix. To be honest, I still can't tell what kind of person Phoenix is. Although regardless of what is going to happen tomorrow, this turned out to be a really nice way to ring out the day. We did stuff! Yay! And now we're gonna go hang out with our friend. I thought I left pretty early, but it looks like Phoenix is already here. Hey Phoenix, you didn't have to wait long, right? Hey Pen. No, I just got here myself. Well, that's good at least. The cafe is just down the street and to the right on the next intersection. Alright. So you want to talk about art? Yes, but I don't feel obligated to talk about it. I just thought we could start with interests we share. Well, what kind of artist are you? Dunno. I just draw when I get the chance to. But I like digital painting. I usually end up drawing characters. For a while, I actually tried to seriously get into character concept art. Oh, did it not work out? Well, I'm still working at the bookstore. Right. Do you have a portfolio? I'd be interested to see what you draw. Not online. And it's pretty outdated. Oh, too bad. Well, this is the cafe. Oh, this looks interesting. Didn't I mention? It's pizza themed. Don't worry, the sweets are great. Well, I don't mind trying something new. Oh, hello, Pen. The usual table, I take it? Not today. A table for two, please. Alright, how about the one at the window? Sure, thanks. The conversation kind of ended, but geez, I'm bad at small talk. What do you even talk about when meeting someone new? Ask how he likes the town. Ask why he's interested in art. So, what drew you to art? Pun not intended. I think it started when I was a kid. My mother is a curator of a museum in my hometown, and I spent a pretty big portion of my childhood around paintings and sculptures. I got interested in art, history, and I spent most of my free time reading through the books we had at home. I even studied it for 2 semesters, but eventually switched majors. The practical side of art just ended up being more enjoyable to me. But I'm still glad I spent so much time learning about all these different kinds of art. So you are an artist? Yeah, but only freelancing right now. And even that isn't profitable enough, so I looked for a part-time job. I know what you mean. Although I'm not even freelancing. I moved to the area because it's pretty good for job hunting. You moved just for that? Well, it's complicated. I had to leave my previous apartment and figured I might as well move somewhere completely different. There are a bunch of different studios and companies in the cities around here. It's only a matter of time and effort to find something. Yeah, I hope so. Have you found anything yet? Nothing that's certain, but I've only just started seriously looking for a job. Can I get an order or do you need more time? I'll take an iced coffee and some simple, sweet, stacked pizza. Alright, and for you? The Italian cappuccino with coconut syrup and a slice of persimmon marzipan cake, please. Sure, coming right up. This feels a lot more like an Italian restaurant than a cafe. Definitely wait until you get your cake. It even looks like a slice of pizza. You sound interesting too, though. It's basically just pancakes with some toppings. Do you come here often? Not as much as I used to. I don't really have the money to eat out a lot, but I love their whole menu. Oh, I think I have an extra voucher from their newsletter. I can send it to you if you want. That way we can both get it for a couple of bucks less. Thanks, that would be great. Alright, I still have your number from yesterday, so... Wait, is that one of those limited edition Starkiller Kira Kira phone straps? You know the series? Yes, I've watched it with my little sister. I tried getting one of these phone straps for her back when these were released, but they were sold out so quickly. Gosh, yeah, getting this was a struggle. But now I have to ask, are you by any chance into anime? Sorry, just this one series. If I had more free time, I might check out some others though. Ah, alright. Star Slayer is tough to get into, so I didn't think it was your first. Ask further. So, how did you get into the series? My sister told me about it, and it sounded pretty interesting. She's really into these things. After watching a couple of episodes, I was hooked too. Awesome. The beginning is a little hard to understand, but it's so worth it to keep watching. Are you and your sister close? Sort of. We don't get to talk very often. She's in college now, and most of the time I'm busy as well. But aside from how often we talk, we're pretty close. Do you have any siblings? No. Well, me personally, as the player, I have 6 siblings that my mum had, and then my father had other kids as well, so I have at least 3 siblings, I think, from that side. I'm not sure. So I have too many siblings. I am an only child. Oof, no. Okay. But still, I can't believe you're into this series of all things. Oh, who's your favorite? Mine's gotta be Miko-chan. I like Kira. Kira's great, but she's a little too much of a goody two-shoes for me. Isn't Miko kind of like that as well? Yeah, but at least she has that twist that she's always super embarrassed by being so talented. Also, she's cute. Haha, yeah. Here you go. Iced coffee, simple sweet stacked pizza for you. An Italian cappuccino, persimmon marzipan cake for you. Bon appetito. You're alright. This really does look like pizza. How do they get the marzipan to look like this? It's almost like real cheese. I have no idea. Seriously considered applying for a job to find out, but I felt like I might stop appreciating it once the mystery is solved. Do you like it? It's great. I'll definitely come here again. Oh, that's cool. I would so be down to find a cake place that makes the cake look like pizza. Honestly, didn't think that I would be able to talk to Phoenix so freely. I mean, I'd still call him aloof, but Liking Kira Kira is definitely a plus. I'd be interested to see what Phoenix draws too. We didn't really go into specifics. And I didn't bring it up again because I don't have much to show that isn't either embarrassingly old or embarrassing to begin with. Maybe I'll get to see it at some point. We talked some more while eating. Sometimes he got carried away while talking about something that's important to him. It was kind of endearing. There's this point of stoic image that you get when looking at Phoenix, but maybe that's not all there is to him. Eventually we finished eating, but we kept talking for a bit longer. This afternoon ended up being surprisingly pleasant. Maybe I should spend time with friends more often. Do I consider Phoenix a friend? I mean, we barely know each other, but I really shouldn't over-rationalize this. The last time I did that, I ended up feeling incredibly lonely. We're co-workers, and maybe we'll end up being friends, who knows? But I'd say any encounter that ends with food is a good encounter. Exactly. Was everything to your liking? Yes, thank you. Are you paying together? No, yes, I'll pay. Wait, it's alright, I can pay for myself. Don't worry, it's my treat. Thanks? This was nice, Pen. Yeah, I thought so too. I'll be a bit busy next week, but let's do something like this again. Sure. Well, I need to go that way. See you at the bookstore. Yeah, see you. I made a friend. Woo! Friends are important. Alright. Welcome home, Pen. Did you have fun spending time with your coworker? Yeah, it was surprisingly nice. That's great. You weren't here the whole time, were you? And I've been meaning to ask you for a few days now. But do you actually turn on my computer by yourself? I just came back here once it was clear that you'll return. And yes, it might seem intrusive, but it's actually a feature designed to make it easier for you. Can't believe I agreed to just let some company into my personal life like this. You did agree to our terms of service. But do you really expect people to read all of that? Yes, why wouldn't you? Anyway, now that you're back, how do you feel about working on Smart? Can't you at least let me rest for a minute after coming back home? Sorry, but the question remains. There are only a few days left in the competition after all. Right, you probably won't let go of it anyway. Work for the competition, obviously. I'll work for the competition. If I don't do it today, when will I? That's the spirit. So what's the next step? I think I'll start polishing everything today. Ideally, I'll even finish up rendering most of the important parts. It's shaping up nicely, so it should be done soon. Okay, I'll leave it to you then. Okay, let's see. So, once again, I sat down to draw. Oh, that's so cool. Fuck yeah. By the end of it, I felt like I could maybe even call it finished. Once I was done working with my illustration, I briefly ate something and went to bed. Today was exhausting, but I think it was well worth it in the end. I made friends and art, and I did all of the things that are important to me. Woo! Alright, well, I feel like this is the perfect place to stop. This is fun, as always, and I think we're about to get some rain, so Mike is going to get to experience all of that noise. Alright, hope you're having a good day. Don't forget to subscribe. You can join the other embarrassments. There's a lot of them now. We have 7, and I'm very happy. Listen, numbers aren't important to me. It's the people that are having fun. and I want us all to have fun. And this game is cute and fun. So, I mean, you're getting exactly what you expected. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.